understood the weakness of my flesh. It disgusted me. I craved the strength and certainty of steel. I aspired to the purity of the blessed machine. Your kind cling to your flesh, as if it will not decay and fail you. One day the crude biomass that you call the temple will wither, and you will beg my kind to save you. But I am already saved. For the machine is immortal. Even in death, I serve the Omnissiah.
Hello, I'm Can and welcome to Warhammer 40k Mechanicus, where you play as the Mechanicum up against the terrible and unstoppable threat that is the Necrons. Now, it's been a game that I've wanted to play properly for a while, and I've decided to do it now. So, let's get straight into it, I guess. There's all the starting modifiers. We do normal, so we go on casual. You get a load of bonuses like 200 Blackstone, weaker enemies and whatnot. If you go to hard, it all starts to ramp up. So we'll go on normal for now. We'll be doing the tutorial. I don't think I'll activate these yet, and I've tinkered about some settings. So let's play. Okay, it's quite the intro. I'm not sure if you'd like me to read the text logs there now and then, or if you just want to hear the I guess it's the machine code as they talk and then read it for yourselves, but let me know, because I think I'll start reading them for now. And then you can just tell me if you want to listen to it or not. This tomb reeks of stale, dusty antiquity. Its once stern architecture is littered with debris and tarnished with the patina of age. Here and there, fissures in the structure cast feeble lights over cracked and tarnished metal. The tomb was once brutalist and oppressive, as if designed to crush the spirits of its inhabitants. It is no less intimidating now, but instead of evoking a merciless guiding intelligence, it speaks only of decline and of death. This place seems abandoned at first glance, but as the exploratory troops move through its hushed corridors, the ancient dust stirs, and something long dead begins to take on a facsimile of life. Going by our fragmentary information, it looks like a buried tomb structure. And the sword of the Omnissiah is ready to fall. We deploy immediately. Let secrets of this world equal 0. I counsel caution, Magos Faustinius. Our purpose should be here to destroy the threat of the alien, not to bask in its blasphemy. Aphorisms of the Logic Saints 7.91. In the presence of the Xenos lies the invisible miasma of corruption. Destruction is not possible from orbit, Fit Videx. The structure is too deeply buried, and Scaevola, I have no intention of plundering whatever trinkets I can find from this place. So it looks like we've got some contesting parties. One that's more learning and... Oh. There's one that's more learning to take and learn the secrets of the alien, and one that's very Puritan. So we'll see how they develop. The exploratory unit of tech priests is inside the tomb and ready to proceed, Magos. There is no telling what we will find. My men will hold the perimeter in case of the unexpected. It would be folly to commit our whole manpower to the unknown, especially when the potential of a moral threat exists that the Skitarii are less able to withstand. I have the greatest respect for my Skitarii, but they are still far from the ascension that a tech priest affords. I agree, Subdomina. I shall lead the mission in person from the command throne. Servo Skull Redditus shall be my eyes and ears on the ground. Omnissiah be praised. We're going in. The Adeptus Mechanicus are a curious breed. They explore and interact with machines they do not fully understand. Within this tutorial, you'll have to explore the interface to discover what to do. Like a true tech priest, you must experiment in order to learn. This is brilliant. We'll help you out this time. Left mouse button, also known as LMB, click on the adjacent room to move. Okay, so I guess that's just movement. So we've got our units here, a couple tech priests and several servitors. These Xenos hieroglyphs, I know of them. They are my undoers. Necrons, mysterious, ill-researched, corruptive. This could be a rare sample of the Necron language, Magos. We have barely any knowledge of it. Collecting data from this obelisk could improve our understanding of the language ahead for the first time in centuries. This is a work of the alien, Magos. Codex Fulminatus 8312. Show caution and scorn in all things. Sometimes tech priests will feed back important information about what they encounter in a room. These situations will require you, our commander, to make decisions. There will be consequences, so choose wisely. Ahead is an obelisk-like object, covered in what can only be described as hieroglyphic symbols. It almost reaches the tall ceiling of this chamber. So shall we secure it? Check the surrounding chambers for potential dangers. Scrutinize. Examine the inscriptions on the obelisk. And scourge. Destroy the obelisk. It is a monument to the alien and must fall. Well, I think for now we should check the area, make sure that nothing particularly mean is gonna come and jump out at us from the dark. We're detecting a massive energy spike from inside the tomb. Thank the Omnissiah no one was close enough to be hit by the radiation, but something's happening in there. Something huge. Noctilith source detected, also known as Blackstone. Request collection immediate. The cohort searches the chambers adjoining the obelisk's location. They find a few pieces of wreckage made from exotic materials and are gathering them when the obelisk suddenly splits open, bathing its chamber in radiation. It appears there is also something inside the obelisk. So we've earned 150 Blackstone, okay. Now then, I guess we... There we go, WAC to move mouse, okay, camera I mean. So there we go, so we'll go to this chamber. It looks like we have forces up ahead. So nothing has gone on in here, so I guess if we go in here to this room, we'll engage some Necron warriors, maybe? Let's have a look. Necrons. Resak did encounter them after all. No wonder he didn't make it off this planet. Every datum we have says that they are as deadly as they are inhuman. The cohort encounters resistance in the form of Xenos constructs, not flesh and blood creatures, but artificial bodies that move with precision and coordination. Shall we crusade? The aggressive stance of the tech priests ensure they will not be outmaneuvered, but risk their running headlong into the fire of the enemy. Caution. We shall exercise extreme caution. Do not charge in too heedlessly, lest the trickery of the alien be our downfall. And consistency. Follow the established combat engagement protocols. It shall be done by the book. Well, I think given our first investigation into this tomb, I think we'll be a bit cautious this time. The slow advance risks granting the enemy the opportunity to execute an ambush of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Oh dear. Perhaps we were too cautious. Okay. Xenos form detected. Confirmed. Redditus cogitators now functioning for synthetic forms. Overwhelming excitement. Finally, we can study the standard construct. Necron warrior. Weak spots. Detected. None. Concerning. I wonder about the symbols and places on their torsos. It must... Do not underestimate. Gauss weaponry. Highly volatile. This is true. I've heard our brothers and sisters in the Mechanicus have lost their lives trying to solve the mysteries of these Xenos weapons. Approach with caution. It is also... double-checking cogitators. Widely known that they will self-repair, reanimate, or reconstruct themselves if left time to do so. Wounds that would instantly kill a Skitarii are the equivalent of a Class C graze to Necrons. Yes, they are. Okay, so what have we got? At the start of every fight, you must decide the location of your units in the field. You can only place units on the highlighted squares. Click on a square to place a unit. Okay. So we'll go with Apprentice Jeremiah. He seems to have a macro stubber. So I think we'll move him to engage here, and we'll put him behind some cover. And Magos Dominus with a Omnissiah axe and a Phosphor Serpentia. Well, I'll stick him right here, because we can hopefully send him straight against this target. Ah, okay. That's... right. Well, that's the camera angle. Okay. So we'll start battle. So let's just move through there. To decline the movement, simply right click anywhere. Right. Well, how about we simply... I'll move there. You've just moved your tech priest to a source of cognition points. CPs represent the valuable information the tech priests are harvesting. There are several ways to collect the CP. The fastest way is moving your tech priest close to the source of the CP. There are many other ways to collect the CP, so look around to find out what they are. Cognition points are stored at the bottom of the screen in the CP gauge. CP are a shared team resources, so plan ahead. So you see them down here. You've gathered enough CP to be able to use a CP-powered weapon. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's try the macro stubber. 2 to 4 damage with its range, and we'll take a shot. You've not revealed the statistics for this target. As a result, the amount of damage dealt is unknown. Servo Skull's specialized weapons and other skills reveal the life of an enemy. Ah, so we can activate a Servo Skull. Ah, this is your Servo Skull. The skull of a faithful servant of the Omnissiah, augmented to be a useful companion. Every tech priest has their own Servo Skull. Servo Skulls are very helpful in combat and cognition point collection. Select an enemy to find out its battle statistics. Ah, so we can send it to go and either collect these ones for us at a range, or we go and scan him. Ah. Okay, it's interesting. You've revealed the statistic stats of this enemy. Knowing your enemy stats will greatly increase your chances of success. That's very cool. So if you discover them, we'll understand a bit more and know what they've got. So Service Skulls reveal HP, physical armor, and energy armor. You then decide what weapon types, physical or energy, work best against this target. I see. Okay. So anything that shreds through armor or doesn't mind armor will be pretty handy. Okay. Well, let's hide you here then. For now. Yep. And then we'll move to... Ah, so if we end the turn, it'll be you, will it? Okay. I also realised that the keybinds have slightly changed, so just give me a moment to change that. Keybinds. Really? Okay. And left. Yeah, that's both A. Well, let's change that to Q, shall we? That's much better. Okay, so we'll end the turn and we'll let the warriors take theirs. Ooh, okay. So I guess that minimalised the damage from the armour and energy shielding. Okay, so we've now got our turn to move, so let's move up this way. And we'll then move to collect the cognition point. We should then let us move in once more. We're just about to move using cognition movement. This happens when you move within the orange movement outline. Confirming this movement, we use CP, allowing your tech priest to move faster. Yes, let's do it. There we go, and then we can attack with the axe. When you enter melee combat in an adjacent square to an enemy, you're unable to use your ranged weapon as they're too dangerous to use at close range. Right, well let's target him. Okay. Killing Necrons isn't simple. Necrons are made of self-repairing metal that is able to knit together dismembered limbs and gaping wounds. We call this the reanimation protocol. When a Necron is in their reanimation protocol, they're unable to fight, but will return to fighting condition soon. Dealing any amount of damage to a Necron in this protocol state will destroy them indefinitely. I see, so if we end up... So, next turn I can hit him with this axe again, it should phase him out, I suppose. But we'll end the turn. At the start of every new round, there is the Cognition Acquisition phase. This phase is when Cognition points are replenished at Necron Cognition Reserves, which are these spires, I suppose. Yep, and there we go, we pick it back up. You'll be able to call in other members of the cohort as the battle goes on. This will happen at the start of every round. You'll need cognition points to deploy troops. I see, so you can either save up to deploy certain level units, or you can use it to put in attack. So I think I'm going to throw a servitor in. We'll say we're done. In Mechanicus, there are 2 types of units to control. Tech priests, the 2 you've already commanded, or troops, such as the one you've just deployed on the battlefield. Troops are your servants and cannon fodder. They don't have access to as many weapons and skills as tech priests, however they are useful and should not be overlooked. Alright, well let's send in our servitor, shall we? Let's have a quick look at them. They look fantastic. Look at that massive power servo arm, power claw thing. There's massive cables coming out of his skull. So let's slap it down. Oh, he absorbed the damage. Oh dear. Okay. Interesting. So that's what his armor maybe? We'll end the turn. Now it is mine. So if I take a phosphor shot, you've selected a weapon that is not in range of any target. Look for the weapon's icon to appear in your desired target, or check the range of the weapon. I see I'm a turn off. Okay, well let's move up. And then I can use this weapon, I think. Yep. Fantastic. All Xenos lifeforms purged. Your cohort's HP amount carries over from each fight within a mission. Keep this in mind when exploring a tomb and look out for the opportunities to repair. I see, yeah, they've both got 11 HP. I'm taking damage, right. Oh, let's carry on. We've got another group here and another chamber with something going on in it. Hypothesis formulation. Sarcophagi, coffins, burial places. Structural purpose designation, tomb. In the chambers ahead are several groups of structures like upright coffins of an unknown material. Shall we ignore them? Do not tarry to observe the works of the alien. Press on and avoid any distractions. Intrigue. Ensure you observe your surroundings carefully. Detailed pictographs and readings may be the key to success. Or ignite them. Make sure you destroy any structure that looks suspicious. It is worth pausing your advance to do harm to the Xenos abominations. I think we'll take it all in carefully. We might learn something. They're waking up. The cohort examines the sarcophagi and note that each inside contains a warrior Necron warrior form. Oh, I'm messing my words up. Within its heavily armored exterior, they are drawing power from somewhere. So we've gotten 2 CP earned, which has filled up our little cognition bar here, and another 150, so we're at 300 now. Okay, so let's press on into this group of warriors then, or combatants I suppose. After exploring the chamber for several minutes, a tile underfoot clicks. The sound of whirring energy builds up around your troops. A quick Omnispec scan reveals you're surrounded on all sides by Xenos lifeforms. Let's fight. I love how it sort of like just comes in as if you're like looking down on this on a hologram. Okay, so we've got a huge CP thing here of about 3, so I may have to keep you back. Well, I'll stick you here, and then I'll put you here. And what we can do then is we can actually deploy all of our servitors, because we'll pick up at least 3. Do you know, we'll deploy 3, so we've at least got 1 ability to shoot with a pistol, and we'll start the turn. Yeah, so we've got a few servitors with us. So what I'll do, I'll scan this. Oh, it's okay. You only get 1, right? I'll have to walk over to it then. There we go. Right. Okay. So then if I walk over here, I should be in range to shoot then. It'll cost me 1, but we'll still have 3. Yeah, so then if I shoot the macro stubber, which will then cost another 1. So that's taken some unknown form of damage, which is fine. We'll end our turn. Ooh, 2 damage, okay. Ouch. Our servitor was almost instantly killed. When servitors are hitting combat, tech priests take an interest, quickly noting down damage angles, projectile speeds, and other useful combat information to be used later against their enemies. This is represented by gaining a cognition point. Servitors are a very useful unit in all your missions. Oh, I see. So they basically just soak up damage, and they let you learn. They give you CP to let you learn about the enemy. That's very clever. That's cool. Now, I don't want to block this up for our tech priest, so I'm going to run over this way and have them stacked behind one another. And you can actually come forwards, so our tech priest here doesn't take any more damage. Pause you. And then I suppose we'll actually get into melee combat, because that will stop him from shooting and potentially killing one of our warriors. So let's scan you actually, just quickly. So you have 2 energy damage resistance, and this provides 2 to 4 kinetic damage, I guess, physical damage. Let's see. We almost got him. Okay, so let's end the turn. Oh, hello. Can uptake scarabs. What are those? Opportunity equals knowledge. Gather. Must obtain. Required. Scarabs detected. Source data surfacing. No life forms detected. Area safe. Continue forward. Redditus, verify your cogitators, then tell me what surfaced from the Magos Resex cogitators. Scarabs of an unknown Xenos race. Biology, synthetic. Possible artificial intelligence. Once specimens gathered, AI theory equals false. Personal recording. Weeks of study show that there are many variants of Scarab, each with their own roles within the Xenos economy and architecture, able to build and deconstruct anything they encounter. They are able to repair other units within their species with lightning speed. Be warned, they are deadly in large swarms. It appears the machine spirit is with us. We've been able to access some more of Resac's data that we thought was corrupt. It must be due to us recording these Xenos forms that the machine spirit has blessed us with access to these cogitator records. It's unsure why he would lock this under a synthetic proximity encryption. Okay, so we have new enemies joining the fight. And I think to help us out, I'm going to slap him down here. There we go. And it happens to be your turn, so go and attack. Alright, so that's him done. Now it's our turn here, so what I'll do, I'll move up. Actually, if I go here, I should be in range still, shouldn't I? Yes. So use our final cogitator point to shoot at it. Oh, marvellous. You've killed a Necron unit with a critical hit. When you critically kill a Necron, they're unable to activate their reanimation protocols and are instantly teleported from the battle. Which I guess would make sense if we get the mystery point afterwards as well. That's cool. So what I'll do, because it's going to be him next, I'll keep our tech priest here. When an enemy moves out of melee range, providing your unit has a melee weapon, the enemy will trigger an opportunity attack. An opportunity attack gives your unit a free melee attack on an enemy. Each unit can only form one opportunity attack per round. Oh, wonderful. So we've struck down that Necron warrior, and I think I'm going to turn straight onto this Scarab group. So we slapped a couple of them out the way. End the turn. It's then this one, so maybe we can end the combat before it gets a chance to attack. Which one did we get? Or is it not actually dead? Okay, it's not dead yet, right. Oh, fantastic, another opportunity. Maybe we can get one with this as well then? Because we did just knock that out, so it'll then be this servitor. Aha! And let's strike it down. Okay, we've done pretty well. One of our servitors is quite badly damaged, but we'll keep him out of the fight. All Xenos life forms purged. And let's go to the final tomb. This symbol represents a location of significant importance to your mission. Entering these rooms brings you closer to the end of a mission. Negative signs of hostile forces. Seeking permission to proceed with data collection protocols. Confirmed. Permission authorized. Acknowledged, Magos. Protocol begins. What is primary focus, sire? Knowledge of Necron forces, numbers, defenses, locations. Any form of data on how many remain on this rock. Secondary. Source the purpose of this tomb, why it was built. Interface devices all but eroded. There is but one device that may hold answers, but Necron data looms are incomprehensible to Imperium Archaeotech. This might take a while. Idea. Magos, if I may take host of this priest, I could be of assistance. Approved. New spheric interface incomplete. Hard to decipher purpose. List of suggestions, Magos? Deconstruct device. Activate switch mechanisms. Learn Necron language and return later. What will it be, sire? Always so meticulous with your lists, Tech Acquisitor. Engage on Xenos mechanisms, although I detest to do so. The promises of the rewards are too great to ignore. Having to lower ourselves to the Xenos learnings may be the only way to reach the Archaeotech we seek. Protocol updated. Confusion. New spheric interference? Disconnect at once. Purged. Reset. New spheric disconnect complete. Possible scrap code. Will fragment now. Fragmenting. Sire, we have unfavorable issue to deal with. Requesting Dominus input. Fragmenting. Explain. As Tech Acquisitor, Scaevola suddenly left my cogitators glitched. Augmentations enter sporadic reaction protocols and have fried vital sign registries. Unclear a full damage report. Necron device is now activated, sire. Fragmenting. 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 Remove yourself from the new sphere, Scaevola. Redditus, report. The tomb is waking, sire. Reports from Skitarii cohorts across the planet note that tremors vex their locals. We've lost contact with the Skitarii that were covering the entrance to this tomb. We can hear noises of approaching forces. Improve protection protocols, load weapons, and ready for what is to come. We must face the Xenos.
I wake with the turning of aeons. Stars yet to burn, life yet to blossom. Is it truly time?
Thrones of Mars. What was that? An omnilinguistic transmission, Magos. It seems these mute constructs are not the only inhabitants of this structure.
What is this? Flesh and steel combined. A mockery of both. Their every footstep a blasphemy. What manner of galaxy is this into which I have awoken?
Principal Xenos warform sighted. Exotic energy signatures past sensor range. Designate Xenos Abominatus. High value target confirmed. The hunt is on. What are your orders, Magos? The cohort reaches a large chamber beneath the first layers of the Xenos ruins. Bridges stretch from balancing platforms, barely holding themselves together, while rubble falls from the higher walkways like breadcrumbs escaping into the abyss below. Shall we capture? Contain the Xenos and return it to Caestus Metallican, intact, so that it can be vivisected and studied. Shall we fall back and get the tech priest out of here, or stand our ground? Annihilate the Xenos filth with righteous fury. I think there's a chance if we can capture this advanced Necron construct, we might be able to learn a great deal about what we're fighting and how to combat it. If you insist, Magos, we will do our best, but I fear you may be overestimating our combat capacity.
Insects. This galaxy is infested with vermin.
green light flickers into life from within the shadows. The cohort prepares for the worst as skeletal silhouettes start to form in the front of shadows. Survive 6 rounds. Okay. This is the final battle of the tutorial. Apply what you have learnt so far and strive to obtain victory. The 41st millennium is a brutal place. You may lose this battle, but not the war. In Mechanicus, there are many alternate paths to discover. Okay, so let's slap one here. You there. You here, and I suppose we'll just stick you there as well. Now that has taken up all of our cognition points, but I think we'll be okay. So I think I'll keep these guys as like a roaming meat shield. Flesh and steel as we kind of just run. Now there is a worry here, so we'll try and do our best to take him out very quickly. So let's go and scan you. 6 HP and 1 energy resistance. Okay. So let's end the turn. Oh, there's one here too. Well, that was not expected. Okay.
I sailed the void for 1,000 years. I fought the war in heaven. What can you do to strike fear in one such as I?
Definitely not someone we want to fight, for sure. So what I'll do, I'm going to send this servitor up to die, because he's obviously in a bit of danger. So let's move this servitor up. Yep. And I think we'll move this one around here. Let's just let's run, shall we? Let's get out of here, and I'm going to scan this warrior. So he's quite weak. This is quite a tough one. So we need to be careful of this tech priest. We'll see. Alright. So you can come down this way as well. We've just delayed this unit's turn. Delaying unit turn will move unit to the end of the initiative queue. Aha. Right. I was not aware. Let's get you out of the way. Oh, you're going to be in range now, aren't you? Oh, this guy's not having it easy. This poor tech priest. There's no way to fix him. Alright.
How dare these wretched things stand before the Void Admiral of Cesaragon?
I feel like this guy's in trouble. Yep. Very much so. Servitor 1 has died. They are tech priests. They're cannon fodder for the tech priests. That's fine then. Acceptable casualties is what they are. Let's get you here in the way. And I don't think you can actually take this. So what I'll do, I'll move Jeremiah, I think it is. And he'll collect it. Yeah. Here we go. So if you collect this one, I think we can be cheeky to... No? Alright, so where are they? So they're coming down this way, are they? Well, I think I might start pulling back there. So if I wait here then. And for now, I'll just keep you kind of in the way. That's fine. I'm going to see a new round. Oh, fantastic. We'll pick that one up automatically. That's pretty good. And it's this chap, is it? Right. Well, how about you just stay put here? We'll shimmy you down one. And I'll leave you to it. And then we'll start to push down this way. And we should be able to kill this. I hope. Hey, we'll see. 2 damage. Oh dear. Alright then. Well, let's get this commission point at least. I think we'll survive the next attack anyway. Maybe. Maybe he'll survive. So this warrior coming down.
When my fleet sails once more, vermin like you shall be strung from my prow.
He's not a happy destroyer lord at all. And I have no idea what that Nightmare Shroud does. But you're in trouble. Very much in trouble. Right, well, how about we move you down to engage this Necron? Slap you one. Only one damage. That's fine, it will keep him occupied. And we can rush you in. There we go. You are most definitely running. Come on. So we'll try and trace it around this way. We've only got a few more turns to go. So we'll strike you down. There we go. Marvellous. And I think I'll scan him just to see what's going on. Yeah, no, we aren't getting through him anytime soon. Not in this state. So let's just run up this way. We've got enough cognition points. And I'll have the servitor deal with him next. Can you shoot, actually? You can't, he's in the way. Okay. Alrighty, let's go here then. Maybe we can get an angle on this Necron warrior? No. That's annoying. We'll keep running them. So they have, like, what, 3 turns to reanimate? Alright.
Do not think to challenge us, we who killed our gods.
Which way is he gonna go? Carrying on, is he? Okay. Oh, goodbye. Oh dear. Oh, we actually got him. Oh, wow, okay. Strike him down. Marvellous, that was a really good hit. The Necron you just attacked has been teleported away somewhere far beyond our reach. In practical terms, this means you have killed the target. That's good to know. Well, let's send him down this way just to help buy us some time. And you can start running up here. We'll engage this Necron warrior, and in fact, I'm actually going to keep running this way with a point because we'll engage him soon. That's kind of in the way, isn't it? Yeah, machine spirit charged. Okay. So then buy us time for you. I'll stick you here. If I can, actually, I'll we'll reveal his stats so we know what we're dealing with. It's a weak one. That's pretty good. We can take this down easily enough then. Can you shoot? No, way out of range. That's fine. So next turn for you.
Can you hear the trembling of the stars?
One more round and we'll be fine.
The whole galaxy's terror.
I do wish it wouldn't pause so much. Oh well, he's in trouble. Yep, absolutely obliterated. So what we'll do, we'll run you around here, and we'll drop this Necron warrior. We should be perfectly fine. Yep. So we've dropped him luckily, and we'll run you down here. Fantastic, and just slap him down. Let's not risk it. Good stuff. Let's get that cognition point as well, just in case. Because you need to run. So now be this Magos' turn. We'll take Priestess, I guess. Oh, fantastic, we've done it. The cohort successfully survived the Xenos lifeforms. Report, Kepra. Well, we got the squad out alive, Magos. That has to count as a victory under the circumstances. We encountered a Necron warform of capability well beyond our expectations. Yes, I do not need to hold my emotional engrams. However, one battle won is not a success. We will eventually face losses on this mission. When this happens, we must press on, beyond our failure to reach success. There is something else. The reanimation. The Necrons are waking up. It started when Resak stumbled upon the tomb, but our arrival is accelerating the process. That obelisk must have been a form of intruder alarm, and now the sarcophagi in the tomb are starting to open. We no longer enjoy the luxury of time. Whatever we do on Silver Tenebris must be done before the Necrons awaken completely. We do not even know yet how far the tomb complex extends. We are under the gun then. Omnissiah preserve us if our duty is ever easy. I return sorrow and despair from my emotional cause, but I see they lack the logic to determine decision making. Instead, I choose to quarantine them and adjust our approach. The word of the Omnissiah teaches us that when one method fails, another must be sought until all are exhausted. Then what are your orders, Magos? The Skitarii will explore the tomb chamber by chamber and maintain a foothold. My tech priests will be deployed to achieve crucial objectives and respond to crises. Time may be a factor, but our mission can only be achieved with the thoroughness of a full deployment. I shall mobilize the Skitarii immediately, Magos. Opportunity detected. Leader forms of Necrons rarely, never observed. Potential of intelligence on Necrons added to sum total of human knowledge. Imperative. Focus on acquiring artifacts, intelligence, data from. Hold your blasphemous tongue, Scaevola. You counsel the abandonment of our very souls. A life of Archmagos Boracis. Appendix 9. Our only objective should be death to the alien and all his works. All else is deviance from the Omnissiah creed. If intelligence gain equals true, then go to victory, aphorism retrieval. To face an enemy unknown is to fight in the dark. Better in ignorance than in heresy. I return frustration at your conflict, and choose to experience it. There will be bloodshed enough on Silvia Tenebris without the Magi coming to blows. In our purpose we are united. This is the will of the Omnissiah. And it shall be done. Yes, it shall be done. Magos, the readings from the tomb are troubling. The Skitarii have been monitoring the structure we uncovered, and what they found gives me grave concern. Explain, xenobiologist. The Necron construct forms are waking up. It seems Magos Resak accidentally began the process, and our intrusion into the structure hastened it. These Necron reanimation protocols are continuing in the tomb we entered, and from the energy spikes across the region there are other structures yet to be uncovered. My plan for the exploration of Silver Tenebris will locate these structures and contain the constructs within. That may not be enough, Magos. I've detected a repeating pattern in the reanimation protocols, and the rate the Necrons are awakening, they are speeding up. Can you be certain? The Necrons are machines. Machines act according to patterns and programs. If the reanimation protocol continue to accelerate, they will fully awaken every Necron on this planet in 264 hours. Given the extent of the buried structures, that will constitute a Necron army beyond the mission's ability to contain. I see, then our time here is limited. Strategic calculations indicate time spent deployed on missions will affect the overall number of missions we'll be able to deploy. I will send Skitarii scouting parties to discover other tombs and create forward positions for your high priority missions, sire. If the threat on Silver Tenebris is not assessed and eliminated before full animation is reached, we will be forced to abandon the planet. Look at the top left of the corner screen. This is the Necron Awakening meter. It shows you how many Necron tombs have awoken on Silver Tenebris. Try and gather as much information and tech before reaching 100%. I fear they are right. I feel fear too. That is part of my humanity I have chosen to retain. But I can quarantine it in my neurovaults and choose instead to focus on what must be done. We must choose mission wisely. It will not be easy. The Omnissiah did not set us here to do anything easy. The threat to humanity present on this world will be eliminated, or we shall not leave. Thus the equation is balanced. It is the will of the machine god. So, Acropis sector located. This tomb is bathed in sickly green light that serves to not to illuminate, but only to make the shadows deeper. Every surface seems connected via filaments of alien light. The design here speaks of Xenos tech heresy, forbidden knowledge, and the structure a structure as alive and aware as anything inhabiting it. There we go. Early exploratory readings indicate the walls are made of substance not known to the rituals of metallurgy. Abstract designs carved into the substance suggest unknown regions of space mapped according to some alien understanding. The weight of such blasphemy slows the steps of the first troops to enter here. The heresies of knowledge are deadly enough, but it seems unlikely that they are the only dangers here. Well, this one's been a bit of a long episode to introduce us to Mechanicus, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm certainly going to try and aim for much shorter videos, maybe sort of the usual 30 minutes or so, 30, 40, depending on how it goes. But I'm looking forward to this. I've really enjoyed playing it. It's got a very interesting feel to it, and the Mechanicum are an army I'm not too familiar with or very in depth of my knowledge for. So until the next video, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.